Chalo, sir. So again, very good afternoon to everyone. And I hope I'm audible as well as visible to everyone. So let's start with this session. So this is your IB orientation for mathematics for quant. Now, let me just, before we start, let me just say this. So first of all, Bharni, hi, how are you? Very good afternoon. Chalo, sir. So first things first, as you guys can see, this is for IB Securities Assistant. This is the course. So this is the new course that has been launched for the upcoming vacancies. The notification has already come out, so everybody knows almost 5,000 vacancies. Now, as the other faculties, the orient in the course orientation, you have you have seen the pattern, vagera, everything. So I'll not go into too much details about that. We all know the exam pattern. We all know what we need to do as from our end and stuff. So what I will do, I will give you very subject specific things. We will discuss very subject specific things. Meaning, sir, what you need to do or what we actually as a whole need to do in mathematics, in quant. Perfect, sir. Now, you see, quant preparation for securities assistant, it will be a little different than the other exams. Okay. First of all, you will get 20 questions in your tier 1 examination. You will get 20 questions out of 100 questions. And I hope you guys already know this. I hope you guys already know this information. You will get 20 questions out of 100 questions. Now, how to solve these 20 questions? What will be the level? Level generally is very easy to moderate. Very easy actually. If they don't ask you questions based very difficult or very lengthy, nothing as such. Now, if you classify or if you just kind of classify all the chapters, so first of all, I will start with basic arithmetic. So that means first things first, it will be number system along with your HCF and LCM. These two chapters are part of what? Part of your number system. These two chapters will be the part of your number system. And this is from where we will also start our course. Now, number system, I've seen many students have a lethargy, you call it, a little bit of an issue, you call it. Sir, ये हमको समझ में नहीं आता. Number system is something that we don't understand properly. We don't we don't like it actually. So that is the reason actually we don't understand. So that is why we don't study on this. That is why we keep on getting weaker and weaker on this section. So that is something we need to do a little, kind of work on a little bit. Please understand, if you don't work on this, this will remain as one of the weaker sections for you. But let me say one thing, if you work once on number system, if for once number system becomes a little bit strong, one of the stronger portions for you, this will remain kind of the same 10 years down the line as well. 10 साल बाद भी number system will remain your strength. This number system is one such chapter only. Numbers is system itself is one such chapter. कुछ ऐसा वैसा chapter है नहीं. बहुत easy है, बहुत interesting chapter है. For those especially who love mathematics, I would suggest number system is very important, very interesting rather. Now, simplification, again, you can expect at least one question from here. Now, fractions and decimals. Also, this also you can include as a part, as a sub part or subtopic of number system itself. Now, square root, cube roots, very simple parts. So now this you can take as a part of indices. Okay. Now, average, ratio, proportion, and percentage. These three are your mother chapters. These three are your mother chapters. I always say, sir, I always say, percentage and ratio proportion, the person who can understand, the interrelation between ratio and percentage and average, that person understands the whole arithmetic. Percentage and ratio proportion, the whole arithmetic depends on those two chapters. Why? Let me give you guys an example. Let me simply give you guys an example here. ठीक है, उससे और थोड़ा easy होगा चीजें. कैसे सर? Sir, for example, say if I say, if I'm talking about profit loss. Profit loss is a chapter, very interesting chapter. We all know this. So there is a 20% profit. There is a question where like a shopkeeper has made a 20% profit. You see, by just by saying this statement, what we are meaning कि भाई देखो 20% profit has been made on CP. So ultimately, once this profit loss concept is over, profit loss, what is the concept of profit loss? Ki sir, this profit will be made on CP. So the calculation here, you see, this is a simple percentage calculation on whatever the CP is given. Let's say CP is given as 1000. So meaning the calculation will be 20% of 1000. You see, this is nothing but a percentage question now. This is nothing but a percentage question now. So you see, everywhere, profit loss, let's say, this is a pure and simple percentage based chapter. There are multiple other chapters, pure and simple based on percentage. Simple interest is one such chapter. Compound interest is one such chapter, based on percentage mainly. So then ratio based chapters are partnership based on mostly ratio, sir. Time, speed, distance based on ratio. Time and work based on, these chapters are based on generally the ratio concept. Now there are chapters which are based on both. So that means you have to know the interrelations between percentage and ratio. So that is why we will spend a little bit more time on understanding the interrelations between these two chapters. So pura arithmetic is on this. The whole arithmetic is standing on this. The person who knows this, that person knows everything. That person knows everything. Clear, everyone? Clear, sir, everybody? 100% clear, I suppose, I hope. Perfect, perfect, sir. Now comes the miscellaneous topics. Now miscellaneous se pehle, sir, let's move into this. Comes commercial mathematics, sir. Commercial mathematics mein kya aata hai? Profit and loss along with discount. One of the most important chapters if you on your syllabus. Again, you have to find a way to make this one of your strengths. If it is already one of your strengths, very good. And if it is not, then there is no excuse. You have to find a way to make this one of your strengths without anything. Now, again, simple and compound interest, meaning the interest portion. Again, this commercial mathematics, if you ask me, marks wise, this part is the most important. Sabse zyada marks will get asked from this. And again, partnership also very, very, very important. A little easier than when compared to conceptually, a little easier than profit loss, discount, or interest. But again, from Marx's point of view, it is equally as important. Now, from time, work, and distance, these are all lengthy chapters. Mostly, sir, time and work and time, speed, and distance. This is the lengthiest chapter. And this is the second lengthiest chapter, you can say. Second lengthiest. Okay? And pipe and cistern is very much identical to time and work. So most of the time, if you understood the concept of time and work, why lengthy? Because it has two types of questions. One based on efficiency. So you have to treat that or if you have to treat those as two different types of questions or two different chapters itself. Efficiency based questions. Another type will be the total work type questions. Okay, or we call it MDH type questions as well. So ये दोनों को अलग अलग से करना होगा. Now, again, boat and stream and trains, these are also part of, it is considered a part of or a sub-part or subtopic of time, speed and distance as well. Now, few more subtopics which I cannot write here because otherwise like the font size will be so small you cannot see anything. Those will be, you see, time, speed, distance में से race में भी से there are two parts, linear race, circular race. Now, circular race in IB assistant, there's a very little chance you'll get because it's a little complicated topic. But linear race, you can very well get it. They can very well ask you one or let's say couple of questions from there. Very well ask, well within their rights. So race se ek aadha question they can definitely ask you. Again, you need to be prepared. You need to be 100% prepared to get questions. ठीक है? Now, miscellaneous topics में से problem on ages. One of the easiest chapters. ये आएगा तो definitely, if you get a question from this chapter, definitely that will be one of the first answers. देखो आंसर करो. 10 सेकंड का क्वेश्चन है. Mixture allegation, again a very important chapter and a very good chapter. Data interpretation and mensuration. Very, very, very important. Now, again, from like this syllabus that I've given or I've discussed, can anyone tell me there is one part that is missing? एक part है sir जो missing है. Can anybody tell me what part I have not mentioned? What part I have not mentioned here? What part I have not mentioned over here? Anybody here? What part I have not mentioned over here? क्या part है जो मैंने इधर mention नहीं किया sir? There is one part that I have not mentioned here. Can anybody tell me what part is that? Anyone? What part I have not mentioned here? Not a chapter. It's a big part of your mathematics. You see, generally, advanced maths say, generally in the assistant exam, they don't really ask you that much from advanced maths. Yes, Satish, probability, permutation combination, algebra, those like things I have not mentioned that much. Advanced maths है, mensuration है थोड़ा सा, data interpretation भी थोड़ा है, like it's little, but again, advanced maths, algebra, probability, those parts are not, they don't really ask that many questions from there. But again, what we have done, please understand. So before that, let me just explain a little bit the like roadmap. क्या करना है sir? So like how will you start preparing? Yes, trigonometry. Yes, absolutely. Very good point. देखो मैं भूल गया था. Trigonometry. Perfect. So first things first. देखो, this is how you need to prepare. Not every exam requires everything, right? You might be preparing for SSCGL. You might be preparing for IBACIO as well. You might be preparing for different other exams as well. But that does not mean that when you are preparing for IB executive, you will be doing trigonometry as well. You are getting my point. Basic कर लो. I'm not asking you not to do basics as well. Basics सबके लिए चाहिए. But again, when you are practicing for a particular exam, practice for that, like what type of questions that particular exam asks. Don't go general. You're getting my point. Couple of days just before the exam, you don't go for general questions. Go for exam specific questions. That is what I'm asking of you guys. Now, so please, that is why the first step always is to understand the format and the marking scheme, understand the structure of the exam, and what type of questions they ask. Meaning, please understand, just to give you an idea. So there is a chapter profit loss, or there is a chapter mixed allegation. Now, please understand, different exams ask you different questions from the same chapter. Let's say if you take a chapter time, speed, and distance, SSC will ask you, or IB will ask you a different type of question from like this particular chapter, time, speed, distance. CAT will ask you a different type of questions. That doesn't mean the concept will be different. The basic fundamental concept will remain the same, but your practice will vary a little bit. Basic practice will also be same, but the steer, like the level 2 practice, will vary a little bit. You're getting my point? So that you need to focus. That you will only understand when you have a very good understanding of the pattern of the exam. Otherwise, you can never like kind of compress the syllabus. Syllabus will always feel like it's huge. अरे बाप रे कितना बड़ा syllabus है, how to complete? You're getting my point. So again, you need to be very specific, especially in a subject like mathematics, because it has the biggest syllabus, right? Now, and focus on the fundamentals. Again, I explained this. Fundamentals में focus करना बहुत important. I told you this. For why fundamentals में focus करना? You see, time, speed, distance will remain time, speed, distance. Distance will always remain time into speed. In CAT, it will not change to something else. In banking exams, it will not change to something else. Fundamental concepts समझना बहुत important है. Because please understand, shortcuts will only work if your fundamentals are strong. Only shortcut won't work. Learn the fundamentals, meaning I have a very simple policy. I always say use the shortcut when you have the answer. If I suddenly ask you how this shortcut comes, why you have used this shortcut, why this works, if you have the answer to that question, yes, sir, this is the reason this shortcut works, then you can use the shortcut. Okay, most of the time you should know why you are using the shortcut, when you are using the shortcut. Blindly follow मत करो, तो 500 शॉर्टकट लेके आप खुद पागल हो जाओगे. Rather go for conceptual shortcuts. That is the better way to go. Go for conceptual shortcuts rather than blind shortcuts, formula based shortcuts. Yes, there are a few places where like formula based shortcuts are also required, 2 3 places, but again, like limit it to something. Don't go for 100 200 formula based shortcuts. Pagal ho jaoge. Perfect, sir. Now, practice is the key. There is no substitution to practice, to regular practice. Let me say this. Be it a sportsman, be it a like exam, be it anything. I have a very famous example. Let me say this. Your mother, no matter how hard you try, your mother cooks better meal than you. आपका मम्मी आपसे अच्छा खाना बनाती है. आप कितना भी ट्राई कर लो, आप नहीं बना पाओगे. क्यों? Ask yourself this question: why? Why my mother makes better food than me? The simple answer to that question lies in this 8 letter word: practice. She has been doing it before you were born. बहुत दिनों से बना रही है, रोज बना रही है. You are getting my point? You are getting my point? So practice makes the difference. तो आप अगर YouTube आप सोचोगे कि you will make better food just by watching a 15-minute long YouTube video, उतना easy है नहीं. Not everything is that easy. You are getting my point? So practicing regularly is very important. Perfect, sir. Now, And when you practice regularly, na, two things happen, sir. You improve your speed, also improve your accuracy. Again, these two things are generally inversely proportional in terms of in mathematical languages. Meaning you will see if your speed goes up, accuracy comes down. अब देखना, you try to bring your speed up, your accuracy will come down. That happens to everybody. So again, we will try, or we in the course will try to figure out, or we'll try to devise a plan to find a way to figure out a way to kind of increase the speed without taking the hit on the accuracy. Accuracy को maintain करते हुए we will try to kind of increase the speed. And that for that again, please understand, I can give you some tips and tricks. Implementation will require again a lot of practice. Perfect. And that is how you master the subject. That is how you master the subject. Again, you see, I've decided, generally I do this because all the other faculties, they will give you, and you in the already in the course, you know the vacancies, the pattern, the everything. So I focus merely on the subject. तो ऐसे करके चलो. Now this is not only for maths. ये this formula, this is a 6-step formula. You can go for like with this formula for every subject as well. यही सब formula होता है for every subject. Perfect. Now देखो, what you will get in the course, what you guys will get in the course, you will get a VOD section, sir. VOD section मिलेगा. What is VOD? VOD stands for video on demand. Let me show you. Let me just show you guys. एक काम करते हैं सर, मैं आप लोगों को दिखाई देता हूँ सर. चलो, let me just show you guys. So if you go into courses, na, in SSC section, you will see this. You just go into courses. IB ka courses you will get here. You see, IB Security Assistant course. Okay, just go into this English course. Okay, you see, this is the class that is going on. Now you select subject. Now arithmetic advanced maths. So arithmetic mein chalte sir. You see, the VOD section is this. This is the VOD section which you all have access to. Simplification, percentage 1, percentage 2, percentage 3. So three section, like 3 lectures on percentages. Then ratio proportion 1, 2 and 3. Partnership 1, 2. Mixed delegation 1, 2. Average 1, 2. ऐसे करके देखो, profit loss discount ऐसे करके, you will find all these things. So again, speed, time, distance, circular track, you will have everything. ठीक है? Now again, this is for arithmetic. अब चलो, so let's say you will go into say advanced maths. Now again, let me say one thing. Many people, I told you, advanced maths उतना ज़्यादा पूछा नहीं जाता. Still, you will see advanced maths का at least the VOD section में we have decided कि नहीं, if you need some extra support, you will get this. These are part of your course. You have everything. So like this, we have included everything here. Okay? Yes, Bharani, absolutely from basics. Bharani, please don't worry. This will be from basics. This will be from basics. Okay? And don't worry, let me say, abhi khatam nahi hua. Then again, you go into Quant. Abhi dekho aur kya milega. These are going to be your live sessions. These are going to be your live practice sessions. मैं बता देता हूँ, देखो. So number system and basic operations ka practice session, that will be from your 12th of August, 12 p.m. Right? So इधर हम लोग क्या करेंगे sir? Here we will practice. Now what is your job? देखो, let me just ask you this. Like, this is a request from my end. Before you come to this class, So today is 5th, right? Today is 5th of August. This is 12th, meaning today is Tuesday, next Tuesday is this class. You have 1 week. So in this 1 week, try to go through these recordings. At least like try to go through 3, 4, 5 classes, recordings of those, recordings of, so number systems ka jo bhi recordings hai, try to go through those. And percentage ratio का जो recordings है, try to go through those. So जितना आप कर पाओगे तो उतना अच्छा होगा. Why? Because you can then in these like sessions you can participate that much, because these sessions will be a little fast paced. So you will get access to this. So fast paced hoga. We'll try to solve as many questions as possible. Sachin, very very good afternoon, brother. Very very good afternoon. Perfect. So you will try to solve as many questions as possible. Now, questions kaha se, like that is also one thing. So generally what we do or what I will do, like that I have decided, वो भी मैं थोड़ा बता देता हूँ सर. ठीक है? These practice sessions में question कहाँ से लेंगे? So I have decided 2011 to 20, sorry sir, to 2024. So I will take direct PYQs. We'll solve direct PYQs in these practice sessions. But again, we don't have that many PYQs. So what we'll do, based on these PYQs, we will take some most probable questions as well, sir. You're getting my point, I hope. These are called most probable questions. Meaning what? Meaning definitely we will like kind of make a few questions based on these PYQs. Similar type, a little lengthier, little difficult, थोड़ा like question का difficulty level को like we will just change it a little bit. ठीक है? And that is how we will make it. Dhanaji, I don't think so, brother. I do not think so, brother. ठीक है? I'm not too sure, but I don't think so. Perfect, everyone. Perfect. So this is how the things will go. This is how I have planned this batch, and this is how I'm planning that we all will level up together. So previous year questions will like play a very big part in our course, because IB, like if you go follow the trend, that is what I'm asking. That is the analysis that I have done. I'm asking you guys also, please, for your own satisfaction only, just go through the previous year question paper once. एक आध बार. I'm not asking you to do this level of analysis. उतना भी नहीं चाहिए. At least last couple of years, if you have time, go through ना. You go through all the subjects. 5 subject है तो देख लो एक बार देख लो sir. So that way you will get an idea. You will get some confidence as well. So just 2024, 2022, 2023, just go through. So what you'll see, you will get the idea ki what type of questions, what difficulty level you are getting, what type you are getting. You will have a very 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 good idea. Perfect, sir. So this is something that we will do. Direct PYQs and most probable questions, both we will be doing. So the anticipate potential exam questions. These things also we will do. And practice sessions mein hum log, again, please understand these practice sessions, I will only request, take this very, very, very seriously. And again, if you want to take this seriously, that means you need to prepare for this exam, like the practice sessions. It is not like we'll just come and like do solve a few questions and then we'll go. That won't work. You have to come here and definitely उसके पहले you have to go through these videos. जैसे मैंने बताया ना, जैसे मैंने बताया, you have to, let's say, arithmetic में आने से पहले, so try to go through as many questions as possible or as many videos as possible from this, like in this 1 week. In this 1 week. And if you have any doubts, we can definitely solve the doubts here in this through like in the class में आप पूछ लेना. I'll try my best and like to resolve all the doubts. Perfect, sir. Now, again, a quick little like thing, just a thing, just 1 second. एक बार आ जाने दो. अच्छा, this is this, and also if somebody here is just looking, can I, sir, I'll just buy this course. So for them, I will definitely suggest go for this super elite subscription. Take it. You can also just go for this particular course, but again, this offer is going on. You see this, you will get all the courses, the live access, including this course and all the future courses. You will get 1 year access to this, and you see 10 month and 18 months. So you will get this at 1959 using this code BDAY, birthday, the birthday bash. And if you need this whole SSC plus railway access, then you will get this for 18 months for like this is 2799. That is only for, this is only for अच्छा, एक second. Super elite के लिए you have to go there. अच्छा, super SSC super elite के लिए you will have this 1959. That will be some 2000 like 500 rupees का discrepancy है. So for that you have to go to the go to the other page. So you'll get this at, say, if you put B day. अरे आ जा भाई, जब चाहिए ना तब कुछ नहीं आता. You see, 1959. So this is how you can go with this. ठीक है. And SSC plus railways के लिए you can get this as 219, यानी जो 200 rupees का discrepancy. So this was your orientation. Now this was, apart from that, again, I'm not getting into the subject today. Like if you wanted, if you want, I can solve a few questions, but again, I'm not getting into the subject. Again, first things first, or another thing I would request everyone, before you like I go, calculations के ऊपर, these are the homeworks actually I'm giving you guys for the serious candidates. These are the homeworks that I'm giving you guys for the next 7 days. So what you will do, next 7 days, you have time, so you will go through one. First things first, next 7 days में क्या करोगे? अच्छा, what you will do in the next 7 days? First things first, next 7 days, do make a list, sir. First things first, sir, VOD completion. What you will do? 1.5x, 2x, like increase the speed. Increase the speed of the the video. So what you will do? If you can watch that in 2x, so let's say percentage. You know the basics of percentage. You can increase the speed. So 1 hour video will take half an hour for you to see, because it's 2x now. So that way you can increase the kind of so 4 hours where you can watch 8 hours of content. So that is how you can increase the the speed of you watching through, or kind of completing the classes. So you can do that. So VOD completion is first. Second will be what, sir? VOD completion हो गया, sir. Second में क्या आएगा, sir? Second will be focus more on calculations. Calculations में generally I come say base method को अच्छे से सीख लो, sir. Base method, multiplications, squaring is very important. Okay, and basic methods, just go through these. The regular calculations into 5 divided 5, these calculations 11 वगैरह का जो calculations होते हैं. Another thing that I'll definitely recommend is go through remember squares. Remember what? Remember what, sir? Squares minimum till 132, sir. Minimum till 32. This is bare minimum, preferable 50 tak. Cubes मिनिमम टिल 13 सर 2000 तक, एंड सर टेबल्स टिल 20. These are all prerequisites. These are all prerequisites. These things you must do. ठीक है? There is no either or here. You must do these things. तो ये next 7 days में before we start with our course, please do these things. ये चीजें आप लोग अच्छे से एक बार कर दो. ठीक है? नाउ आई नो अभी आप मेरे को जितना गाली देना चाहो दे दो, बट अगेन लाइक वंस यू क्लियर द एग्जाम यू विल गिव मी, आप बोलोगे थैंक्स कि सर आपने बताया था, हो गया मेरा एग्जाम. ओके, so I'm willing to do that for you guys. But again, this is something that you must do. That is this is something that must be done. Perfect, sir. So again, that will then be all for today. So I hope you enjoyed this session, this orientation session. Again, I'll see you guys next week in classes. Next week onwards, the classes are starting. So again, I'll see you guys from next Tuesday. So all the best. Do these things religiously. अच्छे से ध्यान लगा के like मन लगा के करो. And I will see you guys. Again, if you have loved the session, please do rate the session. Again, don't miss it out. And I will then see you guys next week. Till then, please take care and bye bye from my end. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.